Jai Shri Gurudev. Good morning, children. Hope you are all fine. Welcome back again to English online class. Children, we have learnt about a hero in the previous lesson. So, the first lesson we have started and we have almost all completed 50% of the lesson. So, let us come back to the next paragraph. So, in the previous videos, you have learnt about the conversation of Swami's mother and father, and we'll continue the same thing in the next video. So please children, open your PDF format of the textbook and follow me. So mother, in the previous session we have learned that mother was conversating with the father. So let me continue now. I don't think so, father said, and Swami slunk behind him and bowed his head. So Swami asked his father to sleep in the hall, and Swami's mother also supported him. But father didn't said, no, he is not a small boy. He has already grown up. But Swami pleaded, requested him that he will sleep in the hall. But Swami's father did not hear that. So he bowed his head and followed Swami's father. Let me sleep in the hall, father, Swami pleaded. See here, again he is pleading. He is requesting Swami's father that he'll sleep in the hall. Swami's mother also supported, but Swami's father did not hear. So Swami bowed his head and followed Swami's father. So he was even he requested him that he'll sleep in the hall. But Swami's father did not hear that. Your office room is very dusty and there may be scorpions behind your law books. See what reasons, what excuses he is demanding with his father. He is asking that, please father, your office room is very dusty and it may be lot of scorpions may be behind your law books. This shows that Swami's father was a lawyer, is it not? So in his office room, because he was not used that office room for a long time, so he said that your office room may be dusty and I may see lot of scorpions behind the books. So this is the first reason, excuse Swami is asking. There are no scorpions, little fellow. Sleep on the bench if you like. So what is the answer given by Swami's father? You little fellow, there are no scorpions. If you are afraid of scorpions, sleep on the bench. I have a bench in my office room, sleep on that. Can I have a lamp burning in the room? So this is the second demand. He is requesting with his father. Father, please, if I sleep on the bench also, it will be very dark in the room. So can I get a burning lamp in the room? No, you must learn not to be afraid of darkness. It is only a question of habit. You must cultivate good habits. So, what did he answer? Swami's father said, no, I won't allow with you for you a burning lamp. No, it is not allowed. You must be brave. You must learn to sleep alone in the darkness. You should not afraid of the darkness. You have cultivated the habit of sleeping beside your granny, but now onwards you should cultivate only good habits. Will you at least leave the door open? See, this is the third excuse what Swami is asking. Please, father, at least let me open the door and sleep in the room. All right, but promise you won't roll up your bed and go to your granny's side at night. If you do it, I'll make you the laughing stock of your school. Children, see here, father said, okay, at least for this I'll grant you the permission. Open the door, but one condition. On one condition, you should promise me that in the midnight you should not go to your granny by rolling up your bed. If you do like that, I'll make you the laughing stock of your school. What is laughing stock, children? He said that if you go to your granny's side in the midnight, next day I'll come to your school and I'll tell that you are a very coward. I'll make everybody to laugh at you. It will be shame on yourself. So laughing stock means whole children will laugh at you. So hilarious, ridicule. So they will make a hilarious joke on you. So I'll insult you. So this is the thing I wanted to make you, if you don't follow your promise, if you don't keep up your promise. Swami felt cut off from humanity. He was pained and angry. He did not like the strain of cruelty he saw in his father's nature. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger story. He wished that the tiger had not spared the boy, who didn't appear to be a boy after all but a monster. See, Swami, for this reaction of his father, he felt very sad and angry. He felt cut off from humanity. So he felt that his father does not have any human being's quality. He is separate from humans. He was pained and angry. He got angry and he did not like the strain of cruelty, means the act of cruelty. How father has become so much cruel. He saw in his father's nature. So he saw his father had become very much cruel. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger story and he wished that the tiger would have spared the boy. Why the tiger did not kill the boy that time itself? So, all these things came into his mind and uh, he is scolding the boy, and the boy who didn't would have died in that time itself, and the boy looked like a monster for Swami. So, all these things he did not like about the village lad, and he is cursing the boy. As the night advanced and the silence in the house deepened, his heart beat faster. He remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts he had heard in his life. He often his chum Mani, he had seen the devil in the banyan tree at his street end. So, children, finally he went to sleep. So, when he was sleeping, as the night advanced, means it was the dark night, and everywhere we had a silence, and his heart beat faster. So his heart started beating very fast. He remembered all the stories of the devils and ghosts which he has shared with his friends. So, and he asked his Mani, his chum Mani, means his close friend, best friend Mani, has seen the devil in the banyan tree at the end of the street. So there was a banyan tree at the end of the street, and he remembered that Mani told that about the banyan tree, and Mani told him that he had seen a ghost in the banyan tree. See, he is remembering all those things in his sleep. And what about poor Munshami's father, who spat out blood because the devil near the river's edge slapped his cheek when he was returning home late one night? And so on, and on his thoughts continued. He was faint with fear. A ray of light from the street lamp strayed in and cast shadows on the wall. Through the stillness of all kinds of noises reached his ears, the ticking of the clock, the rustling of trees, snoring sounds, and some vague night insects humming. Children, first of all, he is remembering all the ghost stories, and one more story about the poor Munshami's father. When his father went near the river edge, a devil slapped him and he spit out with blood. He made a blood vomit. So, all these things he remembered, and so on his thoughts continued in his sleep. He was faint with lot of fear, and as soon as he was shivering, a ray of light entered from the street lamp, and the shadows which were moving on the street, everything was reflected into the room on the wall. And though it was stillness, it was a silence everywhere. He heard the voices of ticking of clock, rustling of leaves, trees, and vague night insects humming. So all these sounds here he can hear, like the clock ticking and the rustling of trees in the leaves, The dried leaves will rustle, it will make a sound for the breeze. A cold wind may blow on the leaves. So, this type of rustling leaves of the trees also sounds a lot. And some very dark night insects comes near his ears and it was humming. So the humming sound also he could hear. So all these things was making fear. He was terribly got fear about all these sounds. He covered himself so completely that he could hardly breathe. Every moment he expected the devils to come up to carry him away. There was an instance of his old friend in the fourth class who suddenly disappeared and was said to have been carried off by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. Children, these things he couldn't sleep. It was disturbing him a lot. And for that, he covered his face completely with the blanket, but he could hardly breathe from that. But every moment he expected that devils will come and carry him away. And there was an instance he remembered that his old fourth class friend was suddenly disappeared. How? There was a story that a ghost carried him when he was in sleep to Siam or Nepal. So these are the place. Siam and Nepal are the places. So out of country. So there was a story that a fourth boy was carried away by the ghost to Siam or Nepal. All these things he was remembering and shivering like anything. Then Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench and crouched there. It seemed to be a much safer place, more compact and reassuring. He shut his eyes tight and encased himself in his blanket once again, and unknown to himself fell asleep, and in sleep was racked with nightmares. A tiger was chasing him. Children, what happened? He wanted to forget all these things, but it is disturbing a lot. So Swami hurriedly got up from the bench. So he was sleeping on the bench, no? Now he went under the bench and crouched there. So crouched means he just slept with bowed with fear, like he curved himself and he was sleeping with lot of fear. It seemed to be a much safer place for him, so more comfortable and more reassuring that to make himself comfortable he went under the bench. After going there he shut his eyes tightly and he was forcefully slept. So he slept by forcefulness. Then again he just covered the blanket on his face and he fell asleep. But in his sleep also he was racked with nightmares. So, what do you mean by nightmares? Very frightening dreams. So, we will get sometimes very dark, frightening dreams. We'll wake up in the middle of the night, is it not? Even Swami got very frightening dreams, and in that dream also a tiger was chasing him. So, children, how afraid he was about that instant. So, in his dream also, he is dreaming about the tiger. So his feet stuck to the ground. He desperately tried to escape, but his feet would not move. The tiger was at back and could hear its claws scratch the ground. Scratch, scratch, and then a loud thud. Swami tried to open his eyes, but his eyelids would not open, and the nightmare continued. It threatened to continue forever. Swami groaned in despair. Children, what happened here? Swami got the nightmare of the tiger. It is trying to kill him. It is making sounds. It is stretching over its claws, scratching the ground. It is giving a loud thud. It wanted to kill Swami. Swami wanted to open his eyes, but he couldn't open. The nightmare continued, the frightening dream continued. It threatened to continue Swami forever. Swami groaned in despair, means he wanted to open his eyes, but he couldn't. He did not had any hopes. So he did not had any hopes of his life. All these things happened in Swami's dream. Children, hope you have understood. So these are the things which I wanted to share with you today's lesson. So let us continue the next session with another continuation of this lesson. So this was the end of this session. Children, hope you have understood. Thank you, children. Go through the lesson and clear your doubts by calling me. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.